10 ghost videos that scared me the most. Hello everyone, I just wanted to quickly say something here. This is my 100th video I've put together here on this channel, and it's nothing more than 10 of my favorite videos that I've featured in the past. Thank you all so much for watching, subscribing, liking the videos and all of that jazz. It really means a lot. With that being said, feel free to check out some of these spooky favorites from the past months, and I'll see you in a couple of days with a brand new, crispy ghost video. The Rose. St. Bathans is a town in the South Island of New Zealand. It's a former gold and coal mining town known in the country for its paranormal activity. The settlement was a centre of the Otago Gold Rush, but mining has since long ceased, and it is now a tranquil holiday retreat and now home to less than half a dozen people. In 1887, however, St. Bathans was a bustling town with around 2,000 miners living in the immediate vicinity. The Vulcan Hotel, built in 1882, among a few other buildings in the small town, are said to be haunted by multiple supposed spirits. Weird and unexplainable things seen by tourists include old miners who appear to be transparent as they walk out of the town lake. Which doesn't sound too ridiculous, because back in the day the town folk would actually dump their dead in this lake if they couldn't afford a proper funeral. In addition to this, there is apparently the ghost of a former female resident of the Vulcan Hotel, nicknamed the Rose. The Rose was a prostitute back in the 1800s who was unfortunately raped and then murdered after arguing with a client over the price. Ghost hunters Michael Hullows, Brad Hills and Caroline Taylor starred in a TV show called Ghost Hunt that aired in New Zealand back in 2005. The 10-episode series showed the group of three travelling the length of the country exploring the supposed most haunted hotspots, with the town of St. Bathans being one of them. Brad would typically sit in the back of the team's vehicle while the other two were sent inside to explore. In this episode, a few creepy things happened, two of which we'll take a look through. The first being when Michael was sent down to the lake after being told an EMF sensor had just been triggered.
Michael, we'll move on to your thorough investigation of the evening. How was your midnight dip?
It was incredibly dark, so I couldn't really see anything in that sense of even, in a swimming pool, you can, at night time when you jump into your friend's swimming pool, you're just certain that there's a shark. Maybe. And knowing that I was swimming on top of the grave of those miners that had, still buried down there was doing my head in as well.
But you took plenty of photos, which was fantastic. This is one of the photos that you took, which is just randomly in the water. There wasn't much there. It's just to show that,
It was so dark underwater. I had pretty limited vision. I could probably see maybe about 10 or 15 feet in front of me, but that was just torchlight.
Yeah.
It was quite hard to see anything in my periphery.
Yeah. And this one, I think, is my favourite when it comes up. And
I took that.
Yeah.
What is that?
It looks like this whole thing is a bit of a miner's helmet with the torch on the front. So maybe you did find one of the miners.
That'll teach me to go swimming in graves.
Perhaps Michael caught one of these so-called miners and or their old-style helmets on camera, but then again it could have just been a piece of junk lying on the bed of the lake. The following is a little harder to explain, as Michael once again captures something on camera.
Speaking of not being alone, this is on your walk through.
Oh! What was that? Is there a noise through here? I just heard a noise of like a teacup or something like that coming from the dining room. Just a teacup being knocked.
You took around about 3 shots. 2 of them were with the flash, and one of them, the flash, didn't work.
Right.
Now, previous to that, you were discussing the Rose and what she was wearing, and that people had seen her in the dining room, and she was very elegant, wearing a white dress. Yeah. And the shot that you took without the flash was that. And as we go through and just begin to light them.
Oh, that's horrible.
What is it? What is it? It's...
Oh.
Looks a bit like a head with hair and an arm and a torso and legs.
Wow.
It even looks like... it looks very feminine, and it looks like someone's reclining with a hand at the back, sort of saying hello, boys. But it's...
Like I said before, this one's a little more difficult to debunk. I mean, it looks scary and lines up with what previous visitors to the Vulcan Hotel have mentioned they've seen. So, could this have been the Rose, the seductive-looking prostitute apparition that many people have said they've seen over the years? Could this place really be haunted? Housemates. Don Paramo is a Spanish man living in Mexico and in the past has been well known in the paranormal niche for his videos and live streams at his supposed haunted house. Don moved into this apartment a few years back and couldn't believe his luck when he got it, explaining that for such a big apartment he got it for so little. However, it wasn't long until Don would work out why.
Venga, está bonito. ¿Por qué estás tan loco, Octavio?
From time to time, he would experience weird occurrences from within the house. Anything from sounds and noises to miscellaneous objects being thrown around behind his back. The larger than normal sized apartment became quite popular after a few videos Don uploaded. In this particular live stream of his, Don is walking through the house, explaining to his viewers where certain weird things have happened in the past and whatnot. Everything seemed normal. Well, that was until Don's viewers noticed something in the background of the live stream while he was walking through one of the bedrooms.
Conté algunas de eso. Pues la verdad no voy a ahondar mucho en lo que hay en las fotos porque pues son fotos como de una familia bastante feliz, una niña, una familia más grande y más cosas. Y lo otro que encontré nuevo fue como un hueco que hay en la parte de afuera, por la parte de la terraza hay una especie de hueco.
Unbeknown to him, Don had a visitor that night. Not only that, but the visitor appeared to be sleeping on his bed. Freaked out by this, his viewers tell Don to go back into the bedroom, although when he does go back into the room where the so-called apparition was spotted, nothing was there. It is believed that Don has since moved on from this apartment, but I can't help but think that possibly another person is now experiencing odd and creepy things in this house. This is definitely one apartment I wouldn't stay in for more than a night or two. What do you think? Could this be the real thing? Could Don have accidentally caught a ghost or spirit live on stream? You can be the judge of that for yourself. Jinn Scream. This next video comes to us from the adventurer Abdullah Al-Anbari, a man from Saudi Arabia who explores abandoned buildings and whatnot in his country. He has many different videos on the paranormal on his channel. However, in this video of his, he and a few friends have come across an opening to an abandoned reservoir or water tank. Normally, this wouldn't be enough to warrant making it onto a paranormal type of YouTube channel. However, the screams that appear to come from the water tank scare the men so much that they start their prayers as loud as they can.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين بسم الله يا رب يا الوضع والله ما يبصح تموت بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل اعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق اذا وقب ومن شر النفاذات في العقد ومن شر حاسد اذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله ندرا قدين.
Many viewers of this video suggest that it could be the screams of a jinn, a spirit or supernatural-like humanoid creature that many Arabic people believe in. Others think it could just be someone stuck down there wanting help. Whatever it was, it definitely scared all of the men who were there that night. Strange anomalies. A man by the name of Kent has a YouTube channel called Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. He has many paranormal videos on his page, all of which are about him investigating things he sees and hears in his own house. The house is well known in the state of Maine as the Lamb House, a house in which many people believe was the place in which a man killed people in the basement. Most videos, Kent tries to gather as much evidence as he can to show people that the spirit world, in his words, is definitely real. In this particular video of his, he starts by explaining the equipment that he uses, and how he's been told by a veteran paranormal expert that cheaper and/or older cameras tend to pick up more EVPs, or electronic voice phenomenon. Soon after explaining all of this EVP stuff on camera, Ken plays a clip he previously recorded inside his house. The clip shows him pointing the camera upstairs and then hearing some sort of voice coming from above. This of course intrigues him and he walks up to check it out. This is what happened next.
Hello? Noise is coming from upstairs. Hello?
On another day, Kent managed to record something even scarier in the same bedroom as the clip we've just seen. This time, however, the video appears to be clearer and shows more of the so-called entity as it jumps from the window down onto the floor and under the bed.
But on this day I turned around and there was something, a strange anomaly in the window. It was just sitting there in the window and it looked like it was moving. I ducked behind around the doorway, not knowing what was going to happen, and that thing took off from the window and went under the bed. Okay, there he is, in the window again. Went under the bed.
People in the comments of the original video have suggested that it could be Kent's cat, but he strongly disagrees with this as it is obviously far too big to be a cat. Kent has always been curious as to just what this could have been after all this time, but has never come up with an answer. What do you think it could be? A spirit? Something paranormal? Who knows? If you enjoyed this video, you can check out this one in full and many more on his channel, Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. Cleaning up. This next video comes to us via a woman named Sarah B. However, she isn't the original uploader. Sarah explains in the description of her video that she had found or come across the video in a private paranormal Facebook group. She also states that the profile that posted the video was under the name Alan Turner, but couldn't find any information on them. The video itself takes place just outside Leeds in the UK and consists of a woman, possibly from a cleaning service, who appears to be doing some sort of night shift cleaning a big house. The video or past live streams start with the Yorkshire woman turning off the lights and exploring the house, recording the place. I'm going to assume so she can show her friends and or work colleagues the strange things that really do happen in the big old house. As soon as she walks up the stairs, she starts to hear and see things happen.
Well, I'll just have a rest. Right, you stop bloody banging your cow, I'm coming up. You're not scaring me. That is for Alan. To prove that it is top at Bannister. Hello, Pauline, I'm myself. Right. This is a little... What? Sounds like there's something in that bedroom. Sometimes it opens the door for you. Emma, if you're in there, can you open my door, please? That's the attic. Can you let me in, Emma? I don't know where to go now. Dare I go towards it? Open door. What the f was that? It's not funny when you're on your Todd. Emma, open door for me. Okay. That must have top of the
As she continues to be scared by this supposed spirit, entity, or ghost, she keeps referring to a girl named Emma. Perhaps even this woman who is there to clean knows a bit about the history on this house.
I'm sorry for camera checking, but it's big mistake this doing this cleaning at night. Stupid mistake. Right, I'm coming back to the stairs. I don't. Ah! Hell! Oh God! Oh mum! Oh, I don't want my mum because she's an ass. But there you go. Come on, I'm going to man up now. Well, not man up because I'm a woman. I'm going to woman up now. Come on. Can anybody hear what I can hear? Can you hear it, Chris? That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Hold on, let me go. Oh, I can't, I have to pass it. Now. Right. All right, just leave me alone for 5 till I get downstairs, please. Just leave me alone. Somebody's just said something to me. Who's on? There's something on the landing. God, Chris, I wish you were here. What are you, Victoria? I think it's Teddy that's in Emma's room. What the shit was that? Oh, that's me breathing very deeply. The lights just come on. The friggin' light has just come on. Oh. I know I'm fed up today and a bit down, and I did scream and bawl when I come in the house and told it not to come near me and to F off and all this, but I'm sorry. Just leave me alone a minute. I'm coming out of Philip's bedroom now, just leave me. Oh, I can hear tapping in that cupboard. I don't know where... Oh, I don't know where to go. Right, I'm going to go on to landing. Oh. What the hell? All right, I think I've had enough. I want to go down. I want to go... Right, I'm going to go... I'm going to... Watch, because I'm going to kick the Teddy back. Water's running in the bathroom. I'm going to go in and have a look. There's got to be somebody in there. There's really got to be something in there. Something's growling in the bathroom. Why is that on? That should be up on... Oh, Christ. I hope you're all finding this funny. Right, I'm now going to turn this light off. Emma, I'm sorry for shouting, sweetie. Will you open the door for me, please? I have just seen something. I have just seen something. Right, that's it. I'm off down. I can't take no more. I am off frigging down. The things I do for you lot. Oh, someone's following me. Someone's following.
The house is well known to be haunted since the mid-1960s, and it even appears that you can now stay at the house as an experience, kinda like an Airbnb. Not a house I'd pay money to stay in, but it has a very interesting backstory. If you would like to know more, simply type in 30 East Drive in Pontefract into Google and you'll find everything. Cemetery Shadows. This next video is from Franco TV. Frank is a man who has a YouTube channel that focuses primarily on the paranormal and abandoned places. In this video of his, titled The Weeping Angel Alone in the Dark, Frank explores a huge graveyard in the hopes of capturing or even experiencing anything out of the ordinary. When Frank first arrives at the cemetery, it's daylight and it doesn't seem scary at all. However, he stays there exploring for hours and into the early morning. It's not until roughly 20 minutes into the 40-minute long video does he start hearing some strange sounds.
Now what's weird is that I'm hearing multiple sounds. One sound is coming from this side over here. Hold on. I literally saw with the corner of my eye, like a black shadow just kind of move through here. Come on, light. That was the weirdest thing. I seriously doubt that was the wind. You guys would have heard it on my camera. That was pretty violent too. Well, that was weird. Marco.
After hearing some things in the near distance, Frank explains to the camera just why he calls out the name Marco. But soon after this, it appears that something or someone shows themselves, if only for a second.
Marco. Now, you're probably asking why I'm saying Marco. It's a little inside joke. Well, it was supposed to be a joke, but on one of my videos I do the same thing. And you could actually hear a response back. What the f was that? What the f was that? I legit just saw a shadow.
Frank, like anyone would, gets confused as to what he has just seen and captured on camera. He starts calling out, trying to make any sort of contact with whoever or whatever he just saw.
I legit just saw a shadow. What the fuck? Hello?
Soon after this, Frank accidentally manages to capture this thing on camera once again, peeking from around the corner of another brick wall. For some time after this, Frank continues to hear and see things that he doesn't quite understand and eventually decides to head back home for the night. If you enjoyed this video, you can check out his channel, Franco TV, for the full video. I would strongly recommend subscribing to him as he has many interesting videos. The Old Woman's House. This next video is by a young Spanish man named Eric Gunner. The video consists of a girl named Natalie explaining to the camera that she believes that the abandoned apartment above her family's is haunted by an older woman. She states that she and others have seen many strange things happening in and around the apartment that is above their own. Eric questions her on many things, including the scratch marks on Natalie once received after once entering the apartment where the older woman used to live. About 8 minutes into the 46-minute video, Eric starts to explore the apartment by himself. He starts by showing the young girl's apartment and then moves on to the old woman's apartment above. After entering the old woman's apartment, Eric starts to explore slowly but surely, taking in many small details including vases, furniture, and even family pictures. Once he enters the little girl's room, things start to get, well, a little bit creepy. The only thing is, Eric doesn't even realize that someone or something has been watching him and hiding from him the entire time he's been exploring the apartment. About 23 minutes into the video, we see something, well, a little creepy under the bed.
Pasar si la viejita se da cuenta que ando por aquí abajo grabando, ¿no? Miren. Aquí parece que se puede subir por aquí, pero está como sellado. ¿Qué pedo? Está esta casa rara. Bueno, está construida raro. ¿Qué es esto?
However, that's only the start of it. After acknowledging that there is a board blocking off what once was a set of stairs that joined both Natalie's apartment to the old woman's apartment, he explores the rest of the place. However, this time he becomes aware that something is in there with him.
Miren los candelabros de esos viejitos. O sea, esta casa se ve que precisamente ya es viejita. También por la construcción, miren esas escaleras. Me parece que eran para subir al siguiente piso. Aquí arriba debe estar la viejita, bueno, donde vive ella. Pero hoy está sellado. Entonces vamos a ver qué más. Vamos a ver. ¿Qué pedo? Estoy nervioso.
After seeing a curtain move on its own, thumps on the ceiling above, and then a shadow move by itself, Eric picks up the courage to go upstairs to the old woman's apartment via the external spiral stairs. However, getting back down after exploring proves to be much more difficult.
También ahí se ve como una ¿cómo se llama? Una terraza. ¿Escuchan un ruido? No mames, no mames.
After actually seeing an entity walking slowly up the spiral staircase, he becomes visibly shaken and even ends up being sick in the little room he hides out in.
Les digo la dirección porque pues no sé si me llega a pasar algo. Pues no sé qué pasar. Tengo miedo. Tengo miedo. Tengo ganas de vomitar, huele bien feo aquí.
After a while of hiding out, he picks up the courage and finally gets out of there. This is definitely one of the scarier videos that I have seen. Eric is either a really good actor or those things he caught on camera were the real deal. Midnight Visitor. This truly freaky video was uploaded to YouTube by Christian Richmond. The video shows a man by the name of Dwayne Brooks waking up at midnight to a bunch of bangs in his house. Soon after explaining this to the camera, the sound can be heard coming from behind him. He turns the camera and sees this.
Okay, it's like midnight right now. I was sleeping on my couch and I heard a loud bang. I've heard it before, but I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was the dogs on the deck or something. But I think if I sit and wait, you'll see I just seen it. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. There it is. It's my cupboards. Let's see. Holy shit, I'm just shaking. I'm just gonna sit here and videotape for a minute. See what happens. See what happens. This is scary. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit.
Visibly shaken and surprised at what is happening, Dwayne gets up off the couch and walks toward the cupboards, which continue to open and close all on their own. He states that this is his grandma's old house, which, in my mind, might explain things. Perhaps this is her messing around with him, who knows? Whoever it may be, they haven't quite finished yet.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh! Holy shit. What the fuck? Okay. I'm cool. I'm cool. Gonna get up and... Ooh, I'm just shaking. Look at my goosebumps. Okay. It's my grandma's old house too. It's old. I don't remember that light being on. Let's see what this looks like. I don't want to go too close to. That's just creepy. I have no idea. Like, there's nobody in my house right now. Like, nobody. I can hear something in that room. Okay, that's f***ing weird. What is that? Somebody's in that room. Ah, whoa, okay. Look at those goosebumps. I'm gonna go look. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Ooh, it's scary. There's like nobody in here. I'm freaking out, man. This is scary shit. This is really scary shit. I knew I could hear stuff before, but I don't know. It's so weird. Like I could hear it. Oh. I'm going outside.
After realizing that no one is in the next room, he makes his way back to where he came from, when all of a sudden the cupboard doors start opening and closing again. This is obviously the breaking point for him, and he decides to leave. It follows. In early November of last year, I featured a TikTok user by the name of Joshua Luke. If you don't remember, basically somewhere in Mexico, a man named Luan made a TikTok account for documenting memories for his 2-year-old son, Joshua Luke. However, things turned sour when the family started to notice some very odd things happening in and around their own home. Luan's 2-year-old son, Joshua Luke, started coming to them, telling them stories of seeing a scary-looking woman in certain rooms of the family's house. Problem was, these weren't stories. Joshua turned out to be telling the truth because one day after hearing odd noises around the house, Luan, the father, nervous as you can imagine, grabbed his cell phone and recorded this.
Me siento muy nervioso, no sé qué hacer. Tocaron otra vez. Mira, esa tira del florero. Se ve una sombra. Mira, se está moviendo esto. Pero no hay nada aquí. No hay nada aquí. De este lado se ve una sombra, se ve una sombra. No sé qué hacer, amigos. Estoy un poco nervioso, Se vio algo en la tienda. Venga, vamos a ver. Vamos a la tienda.
Now, this was recorded months ago, along with many other videos, one of which made the rounds and went viral for being very creepy. The family was essentially so scared that they would sleep all together in the one bedroom. The issue was, whatever this thing was, it didn't want them to go to sleep that night.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? No inventes, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es? Se abrió. Espérate, cálmate. ¿Hay alguien ahí? ¿Te podemos ayudar? ¿Necesitas algo? Dinos. ¡Se asomó alguien! ¡Alúzame! Espera. Espérate, alúzame. No hay nada, mira, no hay nada.
This, once again, was months ago, and after this, the mother took the kids and left the house to stay with extended family, feeling just too scared to live at home. However, the father Luan stayed there and tried to update both his family and his TikTok viewers on a weekly basis as to how it was all going. Well, over the last couple of months, things seem to have calmed down. So the family moved back in with Luan and everything was going alright. Things seemed normal up until about a week ago.
Vamos a ver si ahorita escuchamos algo. Hoy. ¿Quieres escuchar algo? ¿Quieres escuchar?
Hoy.
Sí.
Se oye.
Se escucha en el techo, sí. Sí, se escucha en el techo. Yo clarito quise escuchar aquí al ladito de la cama, pero no. Eso es en el techo. Y se oye un ruido así como un crujido. Se escucha raro. Hoy. ¿De qué lado será? Ya.
De acá.
Se escucha como en la pared también, Sí, déjame asomar rápido.
Otra vez.
Espérame. No hay nada. No se ve nada, absolutamente nada. No hay nada en el techo. No hay nada en el techo.
Entonces, ¿qué va a hacer?
No hay nada en el techo.
Te digo, ya tenía rato desde que tú te bajaste.
Se escucha como si estuviera crujiendo algo.
Lo que cruje también el espejo, como si le estuvieran pegando.
¿Escuchaste? ¿Escuchaste eso?
Con más despacito.
Sí, se escuché.
Pero fíjate que no está amarrado porque los perros
no están ladrando. Escuche.
Hora de lo de con tu papá.
¿De qué le he estado preguntando?
Un susurro.
No escuché nada. Se escuchó leve, pero no alcancé a distinguir. Ay, Dios mío, ¿qué será?
Voy atrás de ti.
No hay nada. No escucho nada.
Luan and his wife wake up one night to hear what sounds like walking or crawling sounds on their bedroom or house roof. Luan gets his cell phone out and records this video. which, other than the odd noises on the roof, it doesn't sound all that bad. I mean, that could simply just be a cat or similar animal. However, something you may have missed was the dark black mass figure standing in their bedroom through the reflection of the mirror. Now, this wasn't his wife or partner either, as she was sitting on the bed to the right, and it's not his own shadow because it simply isn't there when he pans back just seconds later. Later that very night, the couple were awoken once again, not only to strange noises, but to the sound of dogs barking outside. Luan being Luan got his phone out and recorded this.
¿Escucharon? Ese ruido es del techo. No sé qué esté pasando, pero sí me siento nervioso. Vamos a ver. Méndez, se abrió la puerta. Se abrió la puerta como la última vez. Déjenme calmo, déjenme calmo, déjenme calmo. Déjenme calmo. No hay nada, no hay nada, no hay nada, no hay nada. Se abrió la de abajo, se abrió la de abajo. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver. No sé por qué los perros están tan alterados. Sí, algo abajo de la cama se escuchó algo. Se escuchó ruido, amigos, aquí abajo de la cama. Pero no hay nada. Están escuchando ruidos. Hoy, ¿cómo están los perros? Se escuchan ruido. Aquí en todo alrededor. No sé qué está pasando. No sé, hoy. ¿Escuchaste?
Sí, se oye que como si alguien estuviera caminando ahí arriba.
Sí.
Uy, la ventana.
Sí, la ventana. De este lado también se escucha. Aquí abajo, mira. Se escuchó abajo. Déjame asomo, pero no hay nada. Se escucha aquí como un crujido. No se detecta bien cómo es. Uy, otra vez. Es en esta zona. Yo no sé qué está pasando. Uy, los perros. Uy.
Now, once again, nothing appears out of the blue at first glance, but if we just take a few seconds of the clip and slow it down, we can see something that will probably give you the chills. Now, when I said you probably shouldn't watch this in the dark, I was thinking about this very video. What on earth is this? If this doesn't give you the creeps, then I don't know what will. Luan and his family have continued to be followed or haunted by this thing, entity, spirit, ghost, whatever this is, for months now. And believe it or not, I'm just scratching the surface on what they've managed to capture in their own home. Definitely one of my favorite channels so far. If you want to keep up to date with the whole Yoshua Luke story, check out their TikTok page or even their YouTube channel. Links for both, of course, are down below. Shadow Dude. A man by the name of Kent has a channel here on YouTube called Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. He has many paranormal videos on his page, all of which are about him investigating things he has seen and heard in his own house. The house is well known in the state of Maine as the Lamb House, a house in which many people believe was the place in which a man killed many other people in the basement. Most of videos he tries to gather as much evidence as he can to show people that the spirit world, in his words, is definitely real. In this video, Kent explains that some of the things he has experienced at night has been downright frightening. He always explains to the camera that he didn't initiate the communication between himself and whatever is in the house. They did. They initiated the communication with him. As he talks to the camera, Kent starts to hear things from the floor above. This is what happened next.
Hello? Are you talking? What the hell is that noise? Son of a bitch!
Kent gets yet another big jump scare as he walks around the corner and back into the bedroom he was just in. The entity that shows itself is one that Ken has seen many times before, and he has named him Shadow Dude, and almost has the appearance of a short man.
2 years ago, while walking up the steps to my bedroom, when I got up to the landing of the steps, I heard strange sound. It sounded like the shades in the window was moving, but I also thought I heard a voice. I turned record on my cell phone, and this is what happened. When I first saw this figure at the window, at first I thought somebody broke into the house and was trying to jump out the window to get away from me. But when I saw the strange head on this figure, this is when I knew this was something supernatural. This was so startling, I turned around and ran out of the room just as fast as I could go.
After being scared, he takes a moment or two before going back into the bedroom. However, when he does, there's nothing to be seen. The ghost or spirit, or whatever you want to call this, had vanished into thin air. After acknowledging that there is nothing to be seen, Kent states that he will probably need to take a blood pressure pill after this. Kent has to have some of the best paranormal content on the internet. If you want to check out his channel, head on over to Ghosts of Carmel, Maine.